everyone! So it is the end of April and I really don't know where the time went this month, but that means it is time for my monthly favorites. So first things first, my first favorite is not really a thing, it is a bit of news, but I found out at the beginning of this month that I actually got accepted into all of my grad school programs. So I've accepted the University of Ottawa and I will be moving to Ottawa in September, which I am so excited about. So I'm getting my master's in history. I'm not sure whether or not I will do the 1 or 2 year program. I've talked about this a bit with my supervisor already and I'm going to make a decision probably in the fall, but I'm really excited for this and I'm really excited for this move. Ottawa is a fantastic city. It's got lots of museums. It's a much nicer city than where I'm living. It's an actual city, not a rural like weird subdivision in the middle of nowhere. And I think I'm going to like it a lot more than I enjoyed living in Toronto. So that's big news there. So you're going to be seeing a lot of videos of probably me freaking out about how many books I own because, dear God, moving 700 kilometers is going to be really, really difficult to convince my friends that yes, I do need, 40 boxes of books and that yes, you do need to help me move them. So that's going to be something that's kind of, I'll be doing a lot more unhauls than hauls in the coming months. So yeah, let's expect that coming forward. So one of my favorite bookish things is actually a podcast, and I'm just pulling it up on my phone now, but it is the New Statesman podcast what is it? It's called Hidden Histories, and it's all about women writers before Jane Austen. So if you're looking for it, it kind of looks like that in the App Store. I absolutely love this. We are on, I think we should be getting like the 4th episode today or tomorrow, and it's absolutely fantastic. Actually, no, the 3rd episode, sorry. I was forgetting about the trailer, technically counted as one. So the first episode talked about like early female authors and like why they tended to be discarded. So like Aphra Behn and Eliza Hayward and stuff like that. Absolutely fantastic. Find this really engrossing. It's only about a half hour long. The second episode talked about blue stocking culture, so like salons and that kind of stuff. Oh, just so good. It's something that I look forward to every week. There's only going to be 6 episodes, but they do have like a reading list that goes along with it, and it's done by like PhD students, and it's just, oh, it's so academic. It's like being in a literature class, but it's like the literature class we all dreamed and wanted, but never actually got because universities tend to be a little bit stuffy and focus on men. But I love it. I absolutely love it. So can't recommend that enough. And then my favorite book of the month was Little Dorrit by Charles Dickens. Absolutely really enjoyed this. Not quite as much as Bleak House. This was a 4 out of 5 star for me, but I did really enjoy this. I partially read it in the physical form and partially listened to it on audiobook. Because I got into grad school, I was really distracted this month and didn't read a lot. So yeah, I found listening to audiobook really helped. I listened to the one narrated by Simon Vance, and I would recommend that version. He does fantastic voices, and I definitely have him on my now on my list of narrators that I want to listen to when I pick audiobooks. So really enjoyed Little Dorrit. Kind of like a sneak peek at my reviews for the month. So now I'm going to get into some like makeup and skincare items because I changed up my whole skincare routine in the month of April. Sephora had their like 15% off sale, and I kind of was like running out of things, and I decided to try a new brand, which I've been really enjoying. So as I gather all the little bits and bobs up and knock over stuff, the first stuff I'm going to talk about is like sun care, because as we know, I have a very ghostly pallor, and I think it's really important to wear sunscreen pretty much year round, but I really step up my game come like spring and summer and start wearing body sunscreen. Like I wear face sunscreen all the time, but body sunscreen just in the warmer months when I'm wearing short sleeves and my skin gets exposed. Skin cancer does run in my family, so I do take a lot of precautions, and I actually had surgery this year to get a suspicious growth removed. It turned out it was totally fine, nothing major, no like basal cells or anything, so I don't need to get checked for a while. But like, this is really important, guys. Wear sunscreen even if you are tanning, and make sure you reapply every 2 hours and stuff. I know I sound like I'm giving a bit of a lecture, but skin cancer is not cool. It is not fun. It is worth it to be pale and like have people make fun of you to like avoid getting skin cancer. So the first thing is the Tarte Guard, which is an SPF 30 face moisturizer, and I just got this when it was on sale, and I absolutely love this. It comes in this kind of like rubberized bottle, which I'm actually not that fond of because it gets really dirty. It kind of reminds me of the NARS packaging, but this is really good. It's really light, which I really like for my face for my face sunscreen, because I do like to apply a moisturizer as well as a sunscreen, and I've been using a First Aid Beauty one in combination with this, and I find it's like the perfect amount. I definitely would need to step up my face cream in the winter to a slightly heavier one, but for spring, summer, I think that this is a really good combination. And it has kind of like a lightly floral scent that doesn't really stick around, but this is really, really great. And Tarte is cruelty-free, so bonus points for that. And then for my body moisturizer, I got Sun Bum. Now, I did discover, while I was on the hunt for SPF and trying to find cruelty-free versions, because I do try and buy like at least 80% of my products I want to be cruelty-free. Sometimes it's not always possible, but sunscreen is considered a drug, and so it's actually, in Canada, impossible to find SPF without it being tested on animals, which is really disappointing. So unfortunately, my Tarte Guard was tested on animals and this was tested on animals, but both of these companies are by and large cruelty free. They do a lot of like aftercare stuff and like hair care stuff, and I really like these. These are kind of, they smell really good. It's got vitamin E in it. It tells you exactly how long it'll last, because it's a broad spectrum UVA, UVB protection with water resistant, and it tells you exactly how long like water and sweating you can get away with, which is 80 minutes with this. I have it in SPF 15 because they didn't have SPF 30, and I don't really like going higher than 30 for my SPF. They add a lot more chemicals once you get over SPF 30 for not a lot of benefits. So I tend to do SPF 15 in like the springtime, just on my arms, like when I'm driving and stuff, because as most of you know, like the one side of your arm, wherever, depending on which country you're on, but in Canada, we drive on the right side of the road. So it's my left like arm that I'm most concerned about because it gets sun from the window. So yes, definitely enjoy this. This smells really, really good. And as the company is majoritively cruelty free, I don't feel as bad buying it. So another skincare thing is an eye cream, and I absolutely love this. This is from First Aid Beauty. I actually switched pretty much all of my like skincare stuff to First Aid Beauty. They are a cruelty-free company. I was using Korres before, which I still really enjoy, but I felt like I needed a little bit of a change, and this is called their Eye Duty Triple Remedy AM Gel Cream. I use this both day and night just because I don't know, I just like it. It's a really lightweight eye gel, but it does hydrates and firms and rejuvenates your eye area, so it'll help with dark spots and like kind of begin to start to fight against fine lines. But the thing that I love the most about this is that it actually kind of like mattifies your eye area, and you actually apply it all over, including in like the orbital area, and it actually helps eye makeup stay on better, which I have really oily eyelids, so unless I'm wearing foundation and primer, I find it doesn't stay. I can get away without foundation and just use this and primer, so I don't have to wear like face makeup all the time when I want to do like eye makeup, which is great. So I absolutely love this. Unfortunately, the next thing is not cruelty-free, but I think I found a cruelty-free alternative, but I just really enjoy it, and it is the Sephora X Formula Sheer Strength nail polish, and I have it in the color Wondrous. It's just this really sheer pale pink nail polish that kind of just, I'm not supposed to wear nail polish at work, and I hate that. So I like this because I can kind of get away with it. It just looks like your nails, but slightly better. So yeah, I've kind of been using this. There is a julep one, which is vegan. I believe they're vegan, but they're definitely cruelty free, which is kind of similar. So when this runs out, I will be switching to the julep version. But yeah, I really enjoy like sheer pink nail polishes, so I can get away with them at work. And then the last two like makeup skincare stuff are like lip products. So I have fallen in love with these NYX butter glosses. I only have this one, which is in the shade Peaches and Cream, and I haven't worn lip glosses for like years, but I kind of just fell in love with glosses after like a whole season and a half of matte lipsticks, and I love my Kat Von D's, but sometimes you just want something a little more hydrating, and I really enjoy these. I was wearing these in my last video, so that's what that looks like on the lips. It's kind of like a sheer, really nice kind of just gloss. I don't know, I'll probably pick up a couple more of these. These are fairly cheap, and NYX is cruelty free. So the last lip product I have is a MAC one. Now I do realize that MAC is not cruelty free anymore. They do sell in China, which means that they are required by law to test on animals, which is really unfortunate. They are cruelty free in North America, and I actually have had this for quite a while. I don't really buy a lot of MAC things, but I kind of rediscovered this, and it's kind of, I wanted to point this out because I think it's a really good one. I have it on my lips right now, and it is the shade Ladybug. So it's kind of this, it looks like it's a really intense red, but it's actually quite sheer. So if you're wanting to get into red lipsticks, and it not being cruelty free isn't like a concern for you, or depending on your perspective of cruelty free, if you're okay with them selling in China, then, which they only test their products for the Chinese market, then that is an option. But it's kind of a good training wheels red if you're just getting into red lipstick, because it is a bit sheer. It's very flattering for most most skin tones. So I'd recommend that if you're like looking for kind of like a beginning to get red. I kind of really like it because it's just kind of no fuss, no muss. It just goes on, it looks nice, and as it fades out really well. I am going to be looking, this is quite old. You can kind of see on the sides, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's got a bit of, it's time to retire it, but I'm just using it until I can get my hands on some of the new Bite Amuse Bouche lipsticks, because I've been eyeing those like crazy. So I need to go in and swatch and like find a new like kind of summery red, but I'll be doing that next month. So anticipate that. I'm sure I'm gonna love them. Everybody seems to love those lipsticks, so those are probably gonna be in my next favorites. And then for my favorite snack, I have the Reese's Minis. I love Reese's, and these are perfection. I did, after Easter, get like the Easter egg ones when they were on sale, and I regret not buying like 6 bags at the time because they were half price, and I only got one. And I was like, no, you don't need this much chocolate. But yeah, it's rekindled my love for Reese's. Not that it ever went away, but it's just, it's one of those things where I'm kind of, I love chocolate and peanut butter. It's totally my weakness. So next up, which is kind of on the theme of like getting into grad school and moving, is a piece of artwork, and I'm just taking it out of the like tube. And I got this from Obvious State. Now they had like a Friday sale where this was like 50% off, but I absolutely love these prints. They have literary quotes on them. So mine is by William Wordsworth, and it says, "That voice of unpretending harmony." And they're just these beautiful floral prints, and because it was half price, I really wanted to see it in person and see the size. And I'm probably gonna buy more of these when I move out for like decoration for my apartment. But yeah, I absolutely love that. I think it's stunning. I showed you guys the bookmarks last month, and just continuing my love for that company. So one of the last things I'm going to talk about is an app. Actually, I've got 2 apps to talk about. One was shown to me by Helene over at, I think her channel is The Book Owl, and she did a whole video on this, and it is the Forest app, which basically you kind of build a tree and it walks your phone, so you stay focused, which is really great. I've been using this a lot. You can change the tree like to which one you're going to do, and it's kind of cool, and you can set the time, and then if you decide you're backing out and you're not going to continue, then it'll kill the tree, and then you can go and you can view. I haven't used this for a couple days because I haven't been reading, but I find it really good because I get really distracted with my phone a lot when I'm reading, and it really cuts down on my productivity. So you can see like on this day I had a lot of productivity, which is great. So if you're looking, this isn't a free app, but if you're looking for an app that kind of, you know, helps you with productivity, I would recommend that. And then another app I absolutely love, which I'm not going to open on my phone because it makes sounds almost immediately, is the Calm app. And it is a meditation app. I've been meditating every day for the past 1.5 years now. I initially got into it through Headspace and did that for a full year, bought the subscription and everything. But then I didn't renew my subscription, and I was using Buddhify, which I quite like as well, which is a paid app. But I found I kind of went through the content really quickly and I was kind of just going through the motions with it. Whereas with Calm, I really enjoy it because you can change the background sounds and you can kind of use it as a noise machine. It is a paid, like, you can buy a subscription, but their free stuff is also really fantastic. They'll do like a free, one of their premium meditations will be available for free every single day. Like they do a different one every day. And then they also, you can do like a body scan, which I really enjoy. And then they've got like a Calm one, which is really great. And they do like a whole series of 7 days of Calm for free, which is really fantastic. So if you're looking to get into meditation, I would really recommend that. So those are my favorites for the month of April. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys like any of these things. Let me know what your favorites were. If you guys have any snack suggestions, you guys know I have like a massive sweet tooth. I don't have a favorite tea this month because I've just been drinking the same teas over and over again. I've just kind of been living off of Buddha Blend. So I guess that's my tea favorite for the month. I'm a little mad at David's Tea at the moment. They discontinued one of my favorite teas and I didn't know. Actually, 2 of my favorite teas. They discontinued ginger beer, which I absolutely love and I'm like heartbroken over, and they discontinued, and I didn't know this, 3 Wishes, which is like a black and green tea. And I went to go refill it and they're like, yeah, we don't carry that anymore. And I was like, oh, so much rage, David's Tea. Why don't you let me know these things? So yeah, I haven't really been into David's Tea lately other than to just stock up on favorites. So nothing new for tea. So I will see you guys later on with another video. Bye.